The first thing we're going to talk about with the squat barbell is adjusting the power rack. You can see the bar is outside the power rack. Most of the squat exercises are done inside the power rack for safety reasons. We're never going to prescribe you a weight that's going to be a problem in terms of needing any kind of squatting. Let's start again.
And go.
Squat barbell. The first thing we're going to do with the squat barbell is adjust the safety parts of it, where we're going to put the bar. It's very important. Most of the squat exercises are done inside the power rack. Those exercises are done inside here for the safety arms. We're never going to prescribe you a weight that's going to require safety arms. I prefer you to be outside and working outside of the power rack itself. You'll feel more free to squat in a more comfortable environment. So the first thing we're going to do is adjust where the bar itself is going to be. You don't want to have to go underneath and do a calf raise to pick the bar up. You want to be able to go underneath the bar nice and comfortably and take the bar off. So Billy's going to go ahead and go underneath the bar. The first thing we're going to discuss right here is the location of the bar. Many people want to pick the bar up on the top of their neck here. Go ahead and pick it up, Billy. It's very uncomfortable. You see it placing the bar at the top of the neck here, forces his head forward. It's a very uncomfortable position. When you bring it back and actually come into squat position, go down and squat, Billy, you'll notice how it pushes his head forward and all of the weight comes forward on his foot. You can see the heel is coming up, all poor mechanics with the squat. So go ahead and stand up. Very uncomfortable, very painful. Go ahead and just rack it again, Billy. The proper location for the bar, there is a ridge that comes across the back of your trapezius here. And it's going to feel a little bit uncomfortable at first. You can see how the bar is sitting inside the trap, inside here, inside his rear deltoid, across his trapezius into his other rear deltoid. At first, you're going to feel a little bit uncomfortable, particularly people who have tight pec muscles or tight chest muscles. But bear with me, the weight is going to be pretty light. You're not ever going to be put in a situation where the weight is going to be heavy. Keep the bar across the back of this trapezius. It's going to keep it closer to the center of gravity. So Billy's going to go ahead and pick it up. You see, good comfortable location for the hands. He's going to come back. All of the weight is going to be in his heel. You see the bar is nicely placed. If you get a nice side shot here, Jamoki, you'll see that the bar is sitting right over the center of his gravity. Not forward, not too far back. His elbows are very comfortable. Feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Toes pointed straight ahead. Eyes pointed straight ahead. A lot of guys you'll see in the gym, heavy bodybuilders, are going to tell you that you should put your eye, look up, and it'll help you stay down. My preference is not to do that. I prefer you to look directly into the mirror, eyes directly ahead, so that you can focus more on your mechanics and see what's going on with your own body. You want to keep your toes pointed straight ahead. What the bodybuilders are trying to do by opening their toes up is take out all of the glute portion of the exercise and work mostly quadriceps. We're not interested in that. As athletes, you really want to innovate your glutes as much as you can, so we're going to work with toes forward. So Billy's got eyes forward, toes forward, shoulder, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. He's going to come down into squat position. Perfect. Weight on the heels. If we get a shot of Billy's toes, go ahead and pull it up, Billy. If we get a shot of Billy's toes, you'll see that the front of his foot actually come up a little bit as he comes down. He's forcing all of the weight back onto his heels and his toes slightly up, down and up. Weight in the heel at all times. We never want to have the weight on the front of the foot. Go ahead and bring the weight forward, Billy, so that you're going to be on the front of your foot. Now go ahead and come squatting down. If you see the patella or your kneecap, we never want to get the kneecap ahead of the toe here. We always want your knee in line with your big toe. Go ahead and squeeze it up. Now go down in the weight in your heels. You'll see the difference in the location of his kneecap as opposed to his toe. We want to keep all of the weight back on the heel, none of the weight here, to the point where I can almost put my hand underneath his foot here. Go ahead and bring it up. Perfect. Squat depth is something else we want to discuss. Go ahead and come down, Billy. You want to come down until you get a little bit above 90 degrees here in the knee joint. Go ahead and go deeper. I don't want to get too deep down here in the bottom of it. The bottom of the knee is going to create too much pressure in the front of your patella here. So try and stay in the back. Try and stay at a 90-degree angle of the knee right here. Go ahead and bring it up. Now, some of the breathing portion of the exercise, you're going to exhale as you push. So on your way down, Billy, you're going to inhale and then exhale on the way up. Perfect. One more time. That's perfect. go ahead and rack it. Be careful picking the bar up and be careful racking the bar. That's where most injuries are going to take place, picking the weight up and re-racking the bar. You're going to be tired at the end of the exercise. Just take an extra 4 or 5 seconds to really focus on placing the bar back into the rack and getting away from the bar without injuring yourself. It's very important. The guys get tired at the end of the exercise and just want to throw it into the rack and relax. It's dangerous. That's when injuries are going to take place.